So the opportunity for the bowlers to shine one side, and you've got to take into account there are 2 balls from either end in one-day cricket, so not too much of an opportunity for reverse.
Generally, with the 2 new balls, the reverse swing has pretty much gone out of the game.
Yeah.
Unless the square and outfield and the pitches are abrasive,
Yeah, right.
and they make the ball scuffy from one side. Remember back in the day, over number 33, 34, the ball used to be changed, 1 ball being used.
Yeah.
In the meantime, the required run rate has gone up above a run a ball. No more that change of the ball at the end of 34 overs. That ball almost used to look green, the color of the outfield. When they did, 34 gone, it's 132 for 3.
टिप चाहिए, पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा और मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम।
Come on boys, come on boys. Chance coming boy, chance coming. Everybody
Almost the whole ground now in the shade, except for a bit of sunlight coming through. Big awnings at the one end.
Hey!
Straight away. Change of bowling and
Good bowling,
Trophy
everybody.
back on. Bowled 4 overs prior to this, taken a wicket and just given away 18 runs.
Yes.
Oh, induces the edge. No slips at this time of the innings. Another good chase and retrieval.
Fahad was giving the chase. A cry of anguish from the bowler Rafi. Got the edge, but there was no one to take it. Telling you, Shamim, I've got a gut feeling this is going to go right down to the wire. Not going to be easy for either of these teams. And that makes for wonderful viewing for all our viewers across the world.
Indeed, it's been such an intriguing match right from the word go. We've kept on mentioning that it's been like a pendulum, going one way and swinging the other. 94 of 94, definitely gettable. But I also have a gut feeling in that in the next 2 or 3 overs, it's going to be reasonably decided. Either they're going to lose a couple of wickets, Afghanistan, or have a couple of big overs to take the ascendancy. Bit of a yes and no, but eventually the response is there. Yeah, he's not happy with the calling.
It was Zawad Abrar with the fumble. It was a bit of a stutter. Probably there was a chance at both ends. He was closer to the striker's end. Have a look. Went straight to him, almost straight, and look at that. Second cap went away, the glasses went away.
The ball didn't. Ball went the other way. Good work. Oh, that's got him. We saw a little bit of lapse in the previous delivery, and that seems pretty close. The keeper thinks so, but maybe we'll see. He's made his ground. Let's see.
Did he get hold of the ball? We saw that earlier in the day as well. Wicketkeeper looks like he's fluffed his lines here. And he just went through with the motion and broke the stumps with the gloves and the ball not being in his hand, but is he in contact with the ball? That angle, we'll have to see where the ball is. The ball ricocheted off his gloves onto his body, whilst the hands kept going and dislodged the bails. This has to be very slow.
Second time this happened, Faisal. The Bangladesh innings, we saw a ball deflected, going away. There it goes. Now he's got the gloves to flick the bails off. Where's the ball at this point in time? I think it's gone way past him.
Hiding behind his body, we couldn't see from that frame if it was in contact with his body whilst the stumps were broken. But I think umpire has got to a decision and not out.
I think there's enough element of doubt in that attempt. Saw the ball going away, deflecting off. Funny how it replicates in different innings. We've seen that with the Afghan keeper. The same kind of thing happened, and it's happened again.
It was a very difficult throw, to be honest, for the wicketkeeper. Was just bouncing right in front of him.
Not in absolute control, but still he's got himself a run to finish off over number 35, and Afghanistan are now 136 for 3.
अरे I have to leave. बैंक में एक छोटा सा काम है.
अरे भाई साहब आजकल छोटे-छोटे काम के लिए बैंक कौन जाता है?
मैं. You have any problem?
मुझे नहीं आपको बार-बार बैंक जाना पड़ता है ना. अब हम जहाँ बैंक वहाँ. IDFC फर्स्ट बैंक होगा
तो मोर मिलेगा.
गुलाब और गेंदे के फूल लेते आना.
What?
और 5 डजन मिट्टी के. Just a swing, and is it a miss? They're appealing for a caught behind here, but the umpire isn't too interested in that appeal. Nasir very lucky to still be there, having survived a close run-out call in the previous over. This time just throws his bat at that delivery. It's very lucky he doesn't get the edge. Imran Iqbal appealing more in vain than anything. Neil joins me in the commentary box. I'm Raman Banot. And that is edged and taken. No doubt about that one. Extra bounce and carry on that previous delivery. And the keeper, well, he's taken a sharp catch to make amends for the fluffed run-out chance in the previous over.
An almost action replay of sorts of the previous delivery, but this time it was a much closer ball, closer to the body. No room to cup this. And a very, very good effort behind the stumps by the wicketkeeper to get rid of Nasir Khan. 34 of 60. And the man who was managing the scoring slowly but surely is walking off.
करोड़ों के विनिंग्स की कर लो तैयारी, क्योंकि इस बार जीतने की है आपकी बारी. खेलो NPL रमी और 1.5 करोड़ तक की विनिंग्स पाओ.
इस खेल में आदत लगना या आर्थिक जोखिम संभव है. जिम्मेदारी से खेलें.
ওমা ইন্ডিয়া গেট আনুনি? আরে বাবা চ্যাটার্জি বাড়ির একটা মান সম্মান আছে তো.
একমাত্র ইন্ডিয়া গেট দেয় কোয়ালিটি আর কনসিস্টেন্সি. ইন্ডিয়া গেট বাসমতি মানে টেস্ট আর কোয়ালিটির গ্যারান্টি.
He's got some moves. What a fan.
लेकिन ये वाला फैन तो बिजली का बिल बचाता है. फोन से भी कंट्रोल होता है.
5-star rated smart fans with BLDC tech. Attenberg.
What a fan. Been a run out in the previous over. Nasir survived that but didn't last long. Asifullah Miri walks out into the middle, the right-handed batter, to take charge of proceedings. Oh, late on that shot, the ball had already passed him. A little bit of nip that Imran Iqbal's getting in his bowling. He came on as a bowling change, remember. Al Fahad was bowling from this end. There's a change. And Iqbal came on and got a bit of extra bounce. Take a look at that.
That was the first ball. Brings that ball closer to his body at the same length and gets rewarded. Fantastic assessment of the conditions.
Again, there's extra bounce. He's bending his back. He's putting in the shoulder. That extra effort from Imran Iqbal is yielding good results here. Even that wicket, Neil, going back to that wicket-taking delivery, yes, it was closer to the line of off-stump, but also the extra bounce. That is what did Nasir in. And, well, to make amends for that missed run-out chance, I think the keeper took a sharp catch.
Well, that's right. Definitely would be running in the back of his mind that I've missed out an opportunity. Not anymore. A dot ball to get done with the over. 36 gone. Afghanistan 137 for 4.
झंझनाहट से जल्द आराम पाएं. सेंसोडाइन रैपिड रिलीफ के साथ.
ये आ गया आपका नया बिरला ओपस पेंट.
नया इंटीरियर पेंट. नॉट स्मार्ट एट ऑल विकी. वो खरीदो जो सब खरीदते.
शुक्ला जी, नया बिरला ओपस पेंट्स 15% ज्यादा कवरेज देता है.
नहीं, दिमाग मत लगाओ, वो लगाओ जो सब लगाते हैं.
नया बिरला ओपस 10% फ्री पेंट देता है. देखो,
वो लगाओ जो सब लगा.
इनको जमाने से पीछे चलने दो. आप चुनो नया बिरला ओपस पेंट्स.
Driven down the ground by Nazifullah. He gets a single. Going back to that result, an important result for Sri Lanka, starting off their campaign in this Under-19 Asia Cup 2024 with a win by 55 runs. At one stage, it seemed as though Nepal were in the hunt. They were 70-odd on the board, had just lost one wicket. Mayan was batting well, but then fall of that wicket and the innings derailed pretty quickly.
Plus a sizable margin there, 55 runs. That's going to help them in the journey of this tournament.
Yes, all four teams in the same group. Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Nepal. So it's a pretty tight group. You can't discount the way Nepal have been playing their cricket. They can be a very strong contender, can push teams to the limit. So that 55-run margin might help the net run rate for Sri Lanka.
139 on board, 90 required of 82. The expectations from the Afghanistan batters now would not just be limited to get those singles and doubles, but also look for those odd boundaries. Required run rate a shade over 6.5.
Two batters at the crease, Nazifullah and Barkat. Don't discount their batting capabilities. Barkat, Ibrahim Zai got 79 in that game against Pakistan in that final of the Tri-Series, where Afghanistan, their under-19 side, went on to win the contest. While he was at one end, Barkat was at one end getting 79. Don't forget Nazifullah Amiri got a half century, he got 56, batting at the other end with just 60 deliveries. End of the over. Meanwhile, 37 gone, 140 for 4.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
जब सेविंग्स अकाउंट पे हर महीने इंटरेस्ट मिले तो इंटरेस्टिंग चीजें कर लेनी चाहिए।
हर महीने इंटरेस्ट नहीं मिलता, वो तो 3 महीने में एक ही बार मिलता है।
अरे भाई साहब, मिलता था आपके ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट जमाने में, हमारा बैंक।
But remember, this was the phase where Bangladesh had a great partnership going for that second wicket between the captain and Kalam, who was giving him great support. That was a 142-run stand, remember, that was broken around the 36th over. Afghanistan, it's been a different story. In the run chase, they've lost 4 wickets, but the two batters at the crease, they have the capability to hit those big ones. Only 1 6 in the innings so far for Afghanistan. But these two batters showed against Pakistan in that Tri-Series that they played. They hit 5 6s between them. So they've got that big hitting capability.
Well, that's right. The capability is definitely there, but they'll have to ensure that they also take the game deep. Shouldn't be looking to look for those boundaries right away, because the moment you do that, and if you lose a wicket from here on, it's all downward from there.
The asking rate's climbing. That asking rate is now over 7 and over. So you're looking at that one boundary hit every over at least to keep things in the mix. If you're just looking at 4 singles in the over, very quickly that required run rate will climb from 7 to 9. That'll make things really tough. So you've got to keep a handle on that required run rate as well.
Meanwhile, Tamim there, marshalling his forces really well, aggressively. Got a century early on in the day. Banging it short. The moment you get yourself into the game, you know that your position is slightly stronger. Even the bowlers, they bring out some of the wares that they probably would otherwise be hiding. They would just be going on with those hard length deliveries, but suddenly you know that you have the capabilities to put in pressure, bring in that short ball.
Yes, and also look at mid-on and mid-off. They're both up inside the 30-yard circle. So he's not going to be pitching the ball up too much. Yeah, the length. That's going to be the length more often than not. Lucky 4, down towards third man, but it's a lucky boundary. Barkat, well, he wouldn't mind it because it keeps the runs flowing.
Well, that's right. But the bowler's not happy. A boundary after 38th over. He looked at the captain and almost pleaded. A boundary after, in fact, 38 balls, beg your pardon. Almost pleading his captain to give him the liberty of having at least a mid-on on the boundary, so he can bowl slightly full.
But I think the plan is to bowl a little back of length. That's why square legs back at the fence. They've got a fielder at deep point as well. Third man and fine legs back. This time down the leg side. A little wayward here from the bowler. Well, they may have a game plan, but the bowler, after being hit for 4, had other ideas. That's the end of the over, is it? There is.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Just carrying. Almost carried to the fielder at short mid-wicket, who's in catching position. There's Rizan there. Rizan almost latching onto that one.
These catches are not too easy, especially when the ball is dipping in front of you, diving forward. The ball just dying in front of him. Need to keep your eyes level, especially when you are diving in.
Rafiq is into his 7th over. 1 wicket for him, and it's interesting the ploy that they've got. With that fielder at mid-wicket, it's not really single saving, it's more of catching position. So they're expecting the batter to play an uppish drive. This will be a single on the offside.
No, that's also because Rizan bowls those flighted deliveries, bowls them slower through the air, where the batter could potentially mistime it and loop it straight to the fielder.
Swept away and swept for 4. They had the fielder at backward square leg in the 30-yard circle. That's what I was about to get to, that they're enticing the batsman to go either across the line or close the face of the bat, to play it on the onside. He's taken the sweep out of his arsenal and said, all right, I take you on. And he's got 4 there as Nazifullah. So he's played the field. I don't think the bowler is going to mind that too much, because they want them to go across the line, which is why this kind of field setting.
It's something that you give to get. And a boundary, the bowler wouldn't mind. Meanwhile, a single to end the over, 39 gone, 153 for 4.
जब भी मैं ठंडा खाती थी, जैसे कि आइसक्रीम, मुझे एक झंझनाहट सी महसूस होती थी. ये बढ़ती जा रही थी ये प्रॉब्लम. पहले ठंडे से शुरू हुई, फिर गर्म खाने से हो रही थी. तब जाके मैंने डेंटिस्ट को दिखाया. उन्होंने कहा कि आप सेंसोडाइन यूज कीजिए. अब मुझे फ्रिज से कुछ ठंडा निकाल के खाना हो तो मुझे दोबारा सोचना नहीं पड़ता है.
गुलाब और गेंदे के फूल लेते आना.
What? और 5 डजन मिट्टी के दिए.
समझे मिस्टर NRI?
Yup, I got it. With Galaxy AI on my S24 Ultra. What will you Galaxy AI today?
And over 6.91 to be absolutely precise. But the moment you'll get to about 5 overs, and if that required run rate is 7 in 5 overs, which means that you're pretty much there. You know, you require 35 of 30, and you'll take that any day with 5 or 6 wickets in hand. So that perspective of required run rate needs to be put in context with the number of overs left. That's been played in the air, and that will go for 4. Agonizing for the fielder who thought he could get to it, but in the end it's 4 for the batter.
Well, he went deep inside the crease, back and across, taking the ball over his left shoulder. Very smartly played in the gap. When you play it like that, you have played it with the intent of looking for a boundary. Nazifullah, very athletic in the outfield, in the infield, and now with the bat as well. 16 of 15.
Long on's been taken back on the fence. So that allows the bowler the option of pitching it full like he did. You know, otherwise when you had fine leg and deep square back at the fence, you knew that there was a short ball coming. But the moment you've taken long on back at the fence, he's got the option of also bowling the slower one. So long on is back. mid-off is up. Mid-off is up inside the 30-yard circle, but long on is back because he knows that Nazifullah is a handed player. He's got.
You can bring in the slower one and flummox the batter.
And have protection on the boundary rope.
Very smart, taking a quick single. Don't want to waste too many dot balls. 72 of 63. This equation very much keeping both the teams in the hunt.
Well, I think this may be the time where the Bangladesh camp may start to worry a little, because the coach might just be worried that those boundary balls have started coming. Last 3 overs, you look at the fact that Afghanistan, these batters have managed to rest a boundary at least of every over.
Soft hands, good piece of fielding. Cricket overall. And this is just the first game of the tournament. One can only presume what all can be expected as the tournament progresses.
What's so heartening to see, Neil, is the game awareness that these young players bring to the table. Remember, this is an under-19 tournament, yet these players bring about that game awareness, the match awareness per se, how to pace a run chase. I think this is great. These are great signs, and kudos to ACC for the effort that they've been doing with the under-19 tournament, the emerging teams tournament, Asia Cup. Oh, this time around, taking the aerial route. There's a fielder in the deep, straight down his throat. That's a wicket that Bangladesh needed, and they've got. Nazifullah will have to depart. And it's a big, important breakthrough, because this partnership worth 22, which has finally been broken, it was beginning to look ominous.
Well, yeah, is this the game? One would want to answer that question. Got himself into the position, wanted to play it between the square leg and the long on, more towards the mid-wicket. Got a little too square, and a fantastic effort in the outfield to get rid of Nazifullah. Was looking very, very dangerous. He dropped the catch earlier in the infield, was sent in the outfield, and results come out.
जब भी मैं ठंडा खाती थी, जैसे कि आइसक्रीम, मुझे एक झंझनाहट सी महसूस होती थी। ये बढ़ती जा रही, पहले ठंडे से शुरू हुई, फिर गर्म खाने से हो रही थी। तब डेंटिस्ट को दिखाया, उन्होंने कहा कि आप सेंसोडाइन यूज कीजिए। अब मुझे फ्रिज से कुछ ठंडा निकाल के खाना हो तो मुझे दोबारा सोचना नहीं पड़ता।
XZ নয়, ডাক্তারদের বিশ্বস্ত ZX
এর কার্যকরী আরামদায়ক কাশিতে কাজ শুরু করে মাত্র 15 মিনিটেই।
কি এক্সপার্ট? ঘর ঘরে কাশির জন্য কি বলবেন?
ব্রো ZX CR এর কার্যকরী ট্রিপল অ্যাকশন ফর্মুলা ঘর ঘরে কাশি থেকে দেয় দ্রুত আরাম।
ডাক্তারদের বিশ্বস্ত ZX এবং ঘর ঘরে কাশির এক্সপার্ট ব্রো ZX CR।
Out of Nazifullah. Lam taking a catch in the deep, an important catch. Now Hamza, the keeper bats, walked out into the middle, but he's going to be at the non-striker's end because the wicket fell off the last ball of the previous over. Barkat's going to be on strike.
Got long on and long off at the boundary. Starts off really well.
He's back, Maru, for another spell, but important to take a look at that wicket that fell in the previous over. Just angled in by Imam. This is a good catch. He was stationed for this very shot. Kalam kept his eye on the ball. And, you know, when you're standing in the shadows and the ball travels in the air, comes through the light into the shadows, it's always difficult for a fielder. So I think a good catch in Kalam there.
Maroof pulling the length back. Oh, chance of run out and scampered there. They quickly ran through for a single as soon as the ball met the bat. But a little fumble in the field. James giving them their opportunity to complete the single without any stress. Al Fahad there. Fast bowlers, and that little love story of misfields will probably continue.
I think he had his eyes on the batter rather than the ball. Wanted to release the throw before he even got the ball, and that's why that fumble. Al Fahad dropping back to fine leg towards the fence. They've got 3 boundary riders on the leg side now with Hamza Ali on strike. Maroof is back for his second spell. The left arm pacer bowled 6 overs in his first spell right at the top of the innings, and now being brought back in the 41st over. So this is a heartening sign that he's not only effective with the new ball when it's moving about a bit, the captain's got confidence that he can give him the older ball and he'll still bowl with that kind of control.
Maroof. You saw him bowling when he was bowling with the new ball. Now in the second spell, he's found that just slightly back of the length area as his favourite. That zone where he's bowling ball to just jag in a bit.
And also bowling round the wicket. When he started off, he was bowling over the wicket to the right-hander because he wanted to get the swing going. Now he's looking to attack the stump line a lot more. So he's gone round the wicket to the right-hander, trying to get the ball into the right-handed batsman, not give him room. That's exactly what the ploy was, but he's sprayed it down the leg side. It's going to be called a wide. Maroof going a little wide of the crease here. He's trying to create the angle.
He's a very, very intelligent bowling. He's a thinking bowler, which is good. At this age, if you're able to think your entire over, plan your entire over, I think the future is extremely bright for this young. Maroof has just given 26.4.
Mix up here, could be a run out. He's managed in, but I tell you what, Barkat would have been in trouble. Oh, Rizan, did he lose his balance? Because I think if he kept his balance, stayed on his feet, there was a chance of a run out. We'll take a look at that replay once again. Maybe from the side angle we'd get a better look. Take a look at this.
Well, yeah, charged in, picked up the ball and lost his footing, slipped down and still managed to get the ball to the stumps. So credit where due. But yeah, you're right, Raman. Not lost his footing, probably the batter would have had to walk back.
That's a great effort and commitment from the field. Single meanwhile. And things are beginning to look a little tough here for 162 for 5.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार बोलो जुबान केसरी
गुलाब और गेंदे के फूल लेते आना और NRI.
Yep, I got it. With Galaxy AI on my S24 Ultra. What will you Galaxy AI today?
What are the bowling options that he's got? He's definitely used a plethora of bowlers, hasn't he? 7 bowlers deployed. Maroof's got 3. Al Fahad's got 3. Using his feet to come down the track. That's just going to result in danger. Just single leg from Hamza.
Good sensible calling there from Hamza. Realized that ball had gone quick to the fielder at deep mid-wicket. There's no reason to risk a wicket for a single. And a batter is more often than not in a position, a better position rather, to gauge that, because all depends on how hard you've hit that shot.
Imran Iqbal has been effective. And again, he's got those 2 fielders back at the boundary line behind square, giving the batsman an inkling that maybe a shot. He's got long on back as well, so that's like a double bluff. At times he can bowl the slow one, pitch it up, expect the batsman to hit down the ground and be caught out. Barkat, is he asking for a change of bat? Or is that a message also going out? It's a change of bat, all right, but I wonder if there's a message that's gone out from the dressing room as well. Let's get on with it.
Well, yeah, more often than not, it's a message that comes up with equipments. This looks like a different make, different look of a bat.
I wonder if he's asked for the heavier bat to be brought out. A single here. A lot of times batters choose that heavier blade towards the final few overs of the innings when they want to use You know, the heaviness of the blade does look like a thicker blade compared to the one he was using.
Well, yeah. Modern day cricketers get bats made specific to their requirements. The width, though, is guided by the rules.
Yeah, but the weight, I think that's what he's looking at. Slightly heavier weight to get more purchase from the shots.
Well, all he can get with the new blade is just a single.
He's saying it's just for starters.
Singles for starters and sixes for desserts. If that's the menu, we're all in for it.
The one who's happiest in this commentary box is the man who's just waiting for his stint to begin.
Two more deliveries. Two more deliveries to go.
Yeah, we're talking about Ahmed Farooq. He's just waiting. He's wearing his heart on his sleeve for this Afghan team. But, well, this run over yet. 63 of 50. You may say that the strike rate, the required run rate is 7.5. But when you get that 7.5 run rate with 5 overs to go and 5 wickets in hand, well, you'd say the batting side are pretty much in it. Single taken, yeah.
You're right. That's probably one of the reasons. It's always said that take it deep, don't lose wicket in the hurry to try and get that run rate down. Push it further down. Last 5 overs, last 4 overs.
The only problem is 2 batters at the crease. Hamza has got a strike rate of 50. Barkat has got a 57. So that's the problem. Under 50, in fact, 17 of 35. So his strike rate of 48.5. So these 2 batters now need to work on that strike rate. If your required run rate is 7.5, it means that you need to be batting with a strike rate of 5 and thereabouts.
Well, yeah, that all will change with a couple of boundaries if they come to. But right now, it's just a single that comes in to get done with the over. 42 gone. Afghanistan chasing 229 is 168 for 5.
ये आ गया आपका नया बिरला ऑफिस पेंट
नया इंटीरियर पेंट नॉट स्मार्ट एट ऑल विकी वो खरीदो जो सब खरीदते हैं।
शुक्ला जी, नया बिरला ओपस पेंट्स 15% ज्यादा कवरेज देता है।
नहीं, दिमाग मत लगाओ, वो लगाओ जो सब लगाते हैं।
नया बिरला ओपस 10% फ्री पेंट देता है। देखो,
वो लगाओ जो सब लगा।
इनको जमाने से पीछे चलने दो। आप चुनो नया बिरला ओपस पेंट्स।
इंडिया गेट आनुনি আরে বাবা চ্যাটার্জি বাড়ির একটা মান সম্মান আছে তো
একমাত্র ইন্ডিয়া গেট দেয় কোয়ালিটি আর কনসিস্টেন্সি ইন্ডিয়া গেট বাসমতি
Move on here as well as stay till the end. It's an Oscar going for a tight single. They make their ground. Hamza at the danger end. He makes it. This is where the non-striker has got to respond quickly to the call of the striker and also be backing up a tad.
It got 6 in the previous over. They're pretty much in that zone. All they need to look for is that one boundary.
And effectively, if you look at it, the required run rate is 7.5. And you're getting 6 and over without taking a risk, you'll take overs. And then, post 45, that's when you'll have to plan. And maybe you'll have to pick one bowler that you'll have to go after here.
The question is, which bowler do you pick?
It wouldn't be Maroof. He's been the pick of the bowlers, Maroof. He's bowled well. That opening spell was fantastic. Now that he's come back for the second spell with the older ball, he's again bowled with a great degree of control. He's bowled 7 deliveries, just given away 4 odd runs in his second spell. 22 overall in 7.1. Not bad at all. And he's bowling with a cross seam. He's not bowling. Yeah, that could be an appeal for a leg before. Is it height? That's going to save the batsman. The umpire is not interested in the appeal. But as I said before, Spice signaled. I tell you what, he's not wanting to move the ball a lot off the seam. He's got it cross seam, so he wants it pretty much to hold the line when he's bowling.
Well, that's right. He's just looking for that accurate length and the accuracy of the line. Also, this ball hitting him really, really nasty. Hamza
was expecting the ball to come on quicker, and it didn't. Clever bowling, but the fielding lets the bowler down here. They've given away a single when they shouldn't have been. Just had a feeling that he bowled the cutter here, did Maroof. Just trying to mix things up. 59 required from 44. That required run rate's now gone over 8.
The cross seam also could lead to variable bounce. If the ball hits the belly, the ball will stay a little low. Maruf going for everything that he can get, and he gets it. Gets the wicket of Barkat, and he's celebrating in his own indomitable style. What a time to get a wicket.
Once again, as I said before, you wanted to ensure that the ball doesn't deviate too much. Bowled cross seam, bowled a lot fuller. Barkat misses, but he doesn't. There you see it change up in pace as well, foxing the Batley. And there you have it. Back to the hut, Barkat out for 19. Afghanistan 170 for 6.
30 seconds to launch of A18 Pro. Give me a go, no go, neural engine.
Supercharged, go.
GPU.
All 6 cores are go.
Next level gaming, go. Cameras.
Slow-mo in 4K, 120 FPS is go.
93 unclosed browser tabs. Go. We have liftoff.
ইন্ডিয়া গেট আনুনি আরে বাবা চ্যাটার্জি বাড়ির একটা মান সম্মান আছে তো
একমাত্র ইন্ডিয়া গেট দেয় কোয়ালিটি আর কনসিস্টেন্সি ইন্ডিয়া গেট বাসমতি মানে টেস্ট আর কোয়ালিটি
Stanik Zai, right-hander, walks in, capable that earlier when he was bowling. He's got a job to do with the bat in hand now.
One delivery in this over is what he'll have to face, and with every dot ball passing, the required run rate is jumping. 8.23, one in this over, and he plays it defensively to get done with it. 43 done. Afghanistan 170 for 6.
Shaving discomfort? Never again. My Gillette Mark III has 3 facial adaptive blades that give a shave so comfortable. It feels like floating. Gillette, the best a man can get. Gillette Mark III, zero effort shaving.
अरे है
আমটা
মালদার
আর চালটা
ভোলার দোকানের
ওমা ইন্ডিয়া গেট আনুনি আরে বাবা চ্যাটার্জি বাড়ির একটা মান সম্মান আছে তো
একমাত্র গেট দেয় কোয়ালিটি আর কনসিস্টেন্সি পারফেক্টলি এজ করা বলেই এক বাটি চালে 4 বাটি ফুরফুরে সুস্বাদু বাসমতি রেডি ইন্ডিয়া গেট বাসমতি মানে টেস্ট আর কোয়ালিটির গ্যারান্টি
And they'll have to blame themselves for 148 and another wicket down. Bangladesh on the roll. A bowling change and straight away sending back Hamza Ali Khail, and Afghanistan are in all sorts of trouble.
Crumbling in a heap. Fahad, bullseye. Another change up, another change in pace. Deceiving Hamza. And the stumps were rattled. Hamza gone for 5. Afghanistan 170 for 7.
झंझनाहट से जल्द आराम पाएं सेंसोडाइन रैपिड रिलीफ के साथ।
इस मिट्टी पे घर पापा साहब बेटा घर जिंदगी में एक ही बार बनता है
भरोसा रखिए घर मजबूत ही बनेगा
एक है मौका इसमें सब लगाऊंगा अपने इरादों से मजबूत एक घर बनाऊंगा
भिजवाना सिर्फ अल्ट्राटेक ही
अल्ट्राटेक ही क्यों
आप ही ने तो कहा था कि घर जिंदगी में सिर्फ एक ही बार बनता है
घर एक मौका एक इसलिए सीमेंट भी देश का नंबर 1 अल्ट्राटेक इंडियाज नंबर 1 सीमेंट
The game at one stage, you're looking at winning the game, at another, you are trying to play out the overs. Now Aziz, who was very effective with the ball in his hand. He's also an all-rounder, not to forget. He's not bad. He's handy with the bat, but he's got a big job to do. Straight away opens the account, gets a quick run. Throw at the wicket, and how often we've seen missing the wickets.
Once again, quick bit of work there. It goes to his left, so he had to change the hands. But before that, Fahad was superb with his very. And look at that smile. That tells the story.
Yeah.
No more smiles here in this camp.
Yeah, well, the quick run I like. At least the intent is there, so that's very important that you show the intent, because one thing I guess throughout this Afghanistan's chase that I was not able to see was certain intent, I believe, in between, maybe just leaving so much behind. Yeah, the key is take the game deep. It's another 57 runs required of 39 balls. Remember, it's 65 all around as far the dimensions are concerned. So not very big boundaries. Yeah, 65 is the kind of standard thing. But can somebody take on the Bangladesh bowlers? For Bangladesh, you gotta appreciate the discipline they have bowled with throughout. Haven't given away anything to the Afghanistan batters. Everyone has been pretty spot on and doing the job for its team.
Skipper led from the front. Very disciplined batting in the early part of the innings. Set up a great platform with Siddiqui. Probably that is now proving to be the deciding factor in this game at the moment. 100 for the Bangladesh skipper in the opener of this ACC Men's Under-19 Asia Cup. The coaching staff will really be happy, not just with the batting, but the execution of plans with the ball.
Yeah, that'll be the end of the over number 44. 3 runs and a wicket coming in it. 173 for 7.
जब सेविंग्स अकाउंट पे हर महीने इंटरेस्ट मिले तो इंटरेस्टिंग चीजें कर लेनी चाहिए।
हर महीने इंटरेस्ट नहीं मिलता, वो तो 3 महीने में एक ही बार मिलता है।
अरे भाई साहब, मिलता था आपके ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट जमाने में। हमारा बैंक तो हर महीने देता है। IDFC फर्स्ट बैंक में अकाउंट होगा तो और मिलेगा।
गुलाब और गेंदे के फूल लेते आना।
और 5 डजन मिट्टी के दिए।
समझे मिस्टर NRI?
Yep, I got it. On my S24 Ultra. What will you Galaxy Eye today?
16, 58, 34, 19. None of them could carry on. When you chasing a sizable total on a supporting pitch, somebody in the top ideally needs to grab the ball by the horns and make sure that they're there till the end. Faisal played a wonderful knock, a run of ball 58. Every time the batter looked set, they lost their wicket at the wrong time.
Well, there are areas that they will have to consider when they regroup. It's not over yet. There's still another 5.4 overs of a game left. But Allah Muhammad Ghazan, for that, all of a sudden we see the ball hitting the wicket. Does it talk about the confidence that the Bangladesh fielders are showcasing? So again, I mean, Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar is a quite handy batsman as well. Is 36 runs in the Under-19 World Cup against Nepal. And moving on, I earlier said that he plays tennis, ball cricket, and he opens the batting. There'll be a lot of hope, but yeah, it's important that they continue to show intent and believe in themselves that yes, they can. And if they could not, at least it's important that they bring it as close as they can, because the net run rate can come into the play. Afghanistan in the past in the ACC tournaments have once moved forward on the benefit of the net run rate, which they should certainly be knowing. So it's important that they continue to play out all the 50 overs. First, aiming at winning it, but if not, at least bring it as close as you can.
You make a good point, because this is a very, very tough group. Sri Lanka has already put points on the board, and Bangladesh looking favourite to wrap this one up. Although, like you said, cricket is a funny game. We've seen many funny things happen, so don't discount out Afghanistan just yet. But if they this match, Sri Lanka and Nepal will be their 2 next opponents, and it may well come down to that net run rate that you just mentioned.
And those 2 matches are going to be played on a different venue in Sharjah. It's a completely different surface. Alia was talking about how deceptive sometimes the Sharjah track can be. It's very important that you start with a win in Bangladesh with the tag of a defending champions of the ACC Under-19 Championship.
Yeah, for me, it may just come down to that game on the 1st December, Sri Lanka versus Afghanistan. That could really be the deciding game. Afghanistan need to win all the remaining games if they happen to lose this one, which they're still not giving up, which is good to see. Still fighting. I heard Khatir is a handy bat. He's no mug. You never know how games can quickly change if they can connect with a couple of good shots. The required run rate is now up above 10. 5 to go. 175 for 7 Afghanistan.
Shaving discomfort? Never again. My Gillette Mark III has 3 facial adaptive blades that give a shave so comfortable, it feels like floating.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Gillette Mark III, zero effort shave.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Gillette Mark III, zero effort shaving.
Alongside Uzair, and then later on Nasir Khan Maruf Khail, I believe took it a little difficult on themselves as far as scoring run is concerned, because strike rotation is the key. No matter whatever the format, you got to keep rotating the strike. Another 53 runs required of 29, and any of them produce the magic. Bangladesh will not make it easy for them at all.
Originally the call was for 2, but the batter slipped. Aziz at the non-striker end. You make a good point as well. If, as a batter, you take your time, you get yourself in, and there comes a stage where, although you can say that the target wasn't daunting, so you didn't need a lot of boundary 4s and 6s, but those dot balls that you mentioned, you look to convert them into something. This is a smash, Shah to catch it, and it's taken. Yet another nail in the coffin, and it's that man Fahad again. The ship is sinking rapidly for Afghanistan here at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium.
Yeah, well, coming down the track, I believe this is the option he had, trying to take it on because he was not getting the timing right. Khatir Stanikzai goes back. Now it is important for the Afghanistan batters to understand, if you are not winning it, at least bring it as close as you can so that you can bring the net run rate into the play. Khatir Stanikzai walks back after making only 3 runs. Afghanistan are 176 for 8.
Shaving discomfort? Never again. My Gillette Mark III has 3 facial adaptive blades that give a shave so comfortable, it feels like floating.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Gillette Mark III, zero effort shaving. Shaving discomfort? Never again. My Gillette Mark III has 3 facial adaptive blades that give a shave so comfortable, it feels like floating.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Nuristani has come into bat, and he's straight away been welcomed with a wonderful yorker. Couldn't do much about it, but does the thing right and gives the strike back to Khatir.
The reason he's here is because of this. Like you rightly said, he didn't have any more options. Probably got a thick outside half of the bat. There was a gap towards cover, but he found the fielder in the deep. Still waiting for Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar. Man, you build it up as an opening batter in tape ball cricket.
Yeah, he's there, right there. He's waiting. He knows he's got to do a job out there. He's got 2 bats in the hand. A lot of great batters do. Gotta make yourself used to the weight of the bat, and then all of a sudden you can smash it. The required run rate is now 12.
Sounds just like me. I used to open the batting in my village team, then used to bat number 11 in the city team. So.
End of the over, number 46, 179 for 8.
Shaving discomfort? Never again. My Gillette Mark 3 has 3 facial adaptive blades that give a shave so comfortable, it feels like floating.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Gillette Mark 3, zero effort shaving.
गुलाब और गेंदे के फूल लेते आना।
What? और 5 डजन मिट्टी के दी।
समझे, मिस्टर NRI?
Yup, I got it. With Galaxy AI on my S24 Ultra. What will you Galaxy AI today?
We've got a lot of exciting cricket coming up in this Under-19 Asia Cup. UAE, a swing and a miss.
They call it the mother of all matches, and it doesn't get any bigger than Pakistan, India, and it will be right here, this iconic venue, and I'm pretty sure it will draw a lot of eyeballs around the world. This broadcast is going all over the world, and I'm pretty sure plenty of people will tune in to watch this arch rivalry. Home side will be in action as well in Sharjah.
Tickets are free. Everyone can come and just watch the game and see these future stars play against one another. Another swing and a miss. That's very good bowling. Link ball. Short of a length to the tail enders. Aziz, who I had sent back at 3 saying that he was out. Rather it was Khadir. But 50 runs required of another 22 balls. Afghanistan came down to chase this and made it difficult on themselves from the word go. Early overs. It's important that you score on the scoring deliveries. This high in the air and nicely taken. This is another wicket. Iqbal takes his third. And Afghanistan loses yet another wicket.
This time it's Aziz. Went for the little helicopter flick, got high on the bat, and it went miles in the air. Shade has covered the ground, but it was judged beautifully. An excellent piece of outfielding there. Sees the back of Aziz, who's gone for 5. And Afghanistan on the brink. 179 for 9.
With exactly 50 runs required of 21 deliveries, Afghanistan bring in their last batter, Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar, to come and bat. 21 deliveries for Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar and his partner. Can they play all the 50 overs? Straight away, he throws the bat at it. Another area of concern has been the running between the wicket. There's been a bit of a hesitation throughout and in swift running because you can put pressure, and that is how Aziz got out. Bit of a helicopter shot. Didn't get the timing right. Got the elevation but not the distance. Talk about the catching of the Bangladesh side. How good they have been in the field today. Pakistani not able to get it cut as you would like. Concerns for Afghanistan? 229 starting this chase. They will have thought that maybe they were in business, looking at how the track started behaving after those early 10-15 overs when there was a lot of movement. Afghanistan winning the toss, decided to bowl first. Bangladesh at one point looked very strong for a 142-run partnership and then lost their way in between. And then after that, 228 that they made looked still a very big ask for the Afghanistan batters. Among the Afghanistan batters, Faisal Khan Shinozada looked the most fluent, who hit 6 fours and 1 6 and exactly scored at 100 strike rate, 58 of 58. But other than that, all the batters struggled. Nazif showed some signs of hope, scoring 17 of 19 with 3 fours. But I think Afghanistan batters made it difficult on themselves, playing a lot of dot balls, 158 to be precise.
Hard lengths. It's been a lot of effort, but not much result. Another quiet over for Afghanistan. The end is nearing for them. 47 gone, 181 for 9.
Shaving discomfort? Never again. My Gillette Mark III has 3 facial adaptive blades that give a shave so comfortable, it feels like floating.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Gillette Mark III, zero effort shaving.
Bowled. The bowlers have really bowled with discipline. They haven't given away anything to the Afghanistan batters, who are now chasing it at the required run rate of 16 now. Afghanistan were 159 for 4 after 39.5, needing 70 of 61 with 6 wickets they had. And where have they brought themselves? They are needing another 48 runs with 17 balls left only. Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar will push for the 2. But the running between the wicket has been yet another area of worry and concern.
Yeah, that 159 for 4 to now 181 for 9. That collapse has really been spectacular. 159, 170, 170, 177, 179. They built it up very nicely up until that point, but then they didn't need to lose all those wickets. Crunching stroke, number 10 and 11.
But that's how I believe you learn. And that's the beauty of these formats. Thanks to the Asian Cricket Council for providing this platform to these young future stars who come, play, get to learn the dynamics of the game, understand the small margins into the game. We're into yet another edition of the Men's Under-19 Asia Cup. The defending champions starting it off nicely. Talk about their discipline in the bowling, and you cannot just talk about it enough. Their fielding has been spot on. Their batting, there was an area of concern with their collapse, but then Afghanistan just showing a worst collapse. As from 159 for 4 to 179 for 9, it's seriously an area of worry and concern. For 20 runs only, they have lost all the way in this match. And a direct hit finishes it off for Afghanistan and Bangladesh. Bangladesh secure an amazing win. James, who's been brilliant in the field. And remember, we were talking about they haven't been able to hit the stump. James was the one who first hit the stumps and also finishes it off with a direct aim at the stump. Afghanistan will really not like it because they have not played their 14 deliveries in every run. Playing into the net run rate could be very handy. On the other hand, the defending champions, Bangladesh, coming into this Men's Under-19 Asia Cup, winning it by a big margin of 45 runs.
They got their campaign off in style, absolute style. They were clinical with the ball and in the field. And James, who has been the outstanding fielder, finishes things off with a stunning direct hit. Every time when there are tail-enders in the middle, there's always a chance of a run-out, a mix-up. And that brought us to the conclusion of this game. Afghanistan with plenty to ponder. Bangladesh ecstatic and joyful as they walk off. Very, very satisfied. The skipper led the way with the bat, and he led the charges beautifully when they came out to field. His plans were very good. His bowling changes, every time he made a change, he got instant rewards. He was one step ahead of the game, you feel. And Tamim will take the limelight, but all in all, it was a great team effort from Bangladesh. They batted when the conditions were at the most difficult, and they fielded and bowled with spirit and with heart, and truly, thoroughly deserved this victory. Well played, Bangladesh.
Yeah, it has been quite a worrisome batting lineup for the Afghanistan side. Faisal Shinozada only scoring 58. Nasir was there, who scored 34 of 60 deliveries. But other than that, not much of a promising stuff from the Afghanistan batters, finishing it off on 183 with 14 extras coming into their help.
Bowling and fielding was pretty good from Bangladesh. Maruf led the way. Brilliant new ball spell. He came back very strongly as well. 2 wickets for him. 3 each for Fahad and Iqbal. They were sensational. 7 overs, none for 17 for Rizan. All up until the 40th over. But then it was all Bangladesh. And they will savor this victory on the opening day of ACC Men's Asia Cup. Afghanistan's innings started with plenty of hopes.
Yeah, they started very slowly, very conservative approach, but with brilliant fielding out there, that has been how Bangladesh has played. First wicket was Zaid falling, and then some partnership built between Mahbub, the skipper, and Faisal Shinozada. Faisal Shinozada had a few shots, but this was chopped back on. Or actually, it didn't. It hit the wicket. Mahbub Taskeen falling, and for Faisal completing his half century. And right after the 6 that he hit, he lost his wicket. And I think that was where Afghanistan lost the match.
Yeah, that collapse towards the end was spectacular. The wickets fell in a heap, but Bangladesh catching in the deep was terrific. The bowling plans and execution was spot on as well. Another difficult high ball under the shade here at the Dubai Cricket Stadium. It got darker towards the end, but the fielders were splendid with their techniques in terms of the high catches. And then that was the moment when James hit the bullseye and sealed the fate of Afghanistan's run chase, sending Bangladesh to joyous celebrations, thoroughly deserved. And this is how the match summary looked. 228 played, 183 runs for Azizul Hakim, a very, very well-crafted 100. Kalam 66 really held the fort alongside his skipper. Afghanistan bowled well in patches. Aziz 2 for 29, Khatir 2 for 46, and Nuristani 2 for 49 were amongst the wickets. The run chase until Faisal was there. He played the innings of the day for me in terms of fluency. He was very, very good to watch. A runner ball 58, a better strike rate than any of the batters who were on display today. Didn't have much support. The middle order kept getting starts and kept getting out. Nasir 34 and Barkat 19. Wickets were shared around by the Bangladesh. 3 wickets for Fahad. And the result, they were out winners with 45 runs. Look at the point table. And Sri Lanka and Bangladesh with the victories on the opening day. Sri Lanka with a superior net run rate, having beaten Nepal in Sharjah. Bangladesh sitting on number 2 after toppling Afghanistan.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of exciting cricket coming up. We have India versus Pakistan, and we will have UAE, the runner-up from the previous edition, taking on Japan. So we once again be at the 2 venues, Sharjah and Dubai. Don't forget, the matches are free for the viewers to come and watch the future stars who have really been showing a very mature brand of cricket. We talk about wonderful cricket. We talk about the skipper of the Bangladesh side who held his nerves, was lucky a few times, but he